So I think we can start, right? Okay. So good afternoon to all. Welcome faculty members, students, and industry leaders to this launch of the GTech Academy and Focus Group, mLearn, and the courses offered by GenSkill, and with the collaboration with Kerala Technical University. So I would just give you a brief about the ATFG framework, which is designed to guide students to become industry ready. So that is the primary motive. The framework is developed and maintained by GTech, the premier association of IT companies in Kerala, as you all know. So ATFG program elements are designed to be complementary, providing opportunities for students and organizations. Academy and Technology Focus Group is a group of leaders from group of technology companies, and they're also the member company representatives, and we're creating a framework to help students become industry ready. Okay, this framework is actually a long-term vision to improve the ecosystem in Kerala. So both for industries as well as the startups and R&D. So mLearn is the program element promoting micro learning groups and students wherein they can learn new technologies and gain skills by completing exercise and participating in learning groups. So now let's move on to our inaugural program flow. So let me invite Mr. Deepos Nath, who is the convener of GTech Academy and Technology Focus Group, to address the gathering. So Deepu, over to you.
Hi.
Hi Deepu, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Deepu, we can hear you.
And a very good afternoon to all. Okay. And really excited to announce the launch of mLearn, which is of GTech ATFG. It is a framework created to facilitate an industry academia collaborative ecosystem. As of now, different stakeholders works on upskilling the students, but all these people work in silos. We bring them together, work collaboratively, and which could yield better result. And this is a framework as well as a program. It creates a structure that guides students to improve their capabilities. The project is established with firm foundation of research finding in the educational science and the educational psychology after over past several decades. We aim to create the platform that is made of several affinity spaces where the real learning takes place. Dr. Howard Gardner, the eminent Harvard educational psychologist and pioneer of multiple intelligence, has plotted out how an apprentice model and a museum model are two best models to promote learning. Through our platform, we certainly create affinity space for peer learning as well as practitioner guided training. Moreover, platform showcases like a virtual museum, brilliant examples of exceptional work that can inspire the learner and refine and aim them improve the quality rather than somehow passing an examination. Such a portfolio of projects created by the students serve as a trust-backed proof of competence repository, which future recruiters can immensely benefit. The students themselves will significantly benefit from the capture of their own unique learning trajectory that is evidenced in their portfolio. And as Dr. Todros championed through the end of our age, we live in an era where technology allows us to create an adjustable seat of individualized learning without sticking to the impractical application of same syllabus, same speed, same examination to students simply based on the age and previous qualification. The platform is an attempt to create an individualized learning space where the thrust is on experimentation through projects rather than rare memorization for an examination. So, to the launch of this platform, we have identified GenSkills as a content provider who actually also works in bridging the gap between the industry and academia. And there is Naufal Ibrahim, who is one of the best Python resource in the country, who can guide the students through fundamentals of programming and also to a full stack developer. So learning from the right resources is also really important for the students to build their passion towards programming. Yeah. And I hereby welcome Dr. Rajastri Madam, who is the VC of KTU, for the inaugural function.
Thanks, Devu, for that introduction. Good afternoon, everyone who are part of this program and also faculty members and students. So I'm really excited to be part of this event where we are offering a democratic platform for students to learn new generation technologies. So we all know that we are all in our homes and still we learn, we give exams and we upskill ourselves and do everything from home. And it is in this context that this platform becomes very significant. So it is giving you an opportunity to for personalized learning, to understand your passion and to identify the technology which is most suitable for you and which is the most promising one for you. And you have a very wider platform for this. So I thank GTech for this opening to the students of KTU. And one important aspect of this is that the students, irrespective of where they are sitting, which college they are studying, we have 145 colleges across the state which are located in different parts of the state, and the access to such opportunities are not uniform across these colleges. It is in this context that this offering becomes very significant for the students of KTU. And the framework, the model of learning and collaboration envisaged in the framework seems to be very exciting. You can have your own groups created like affinity groups, and you are identified to be in the best which suits you and your interest and your capabilities. And you can also think of enhancing your capabilities with various packages of micro skills that are exposed through the platform, and the students will thus be able to complement their academic contents with these skills, which will be very transient and which will be getting updated with the need for new technology skills. And it's not only that it is for learning, it is also for connecting you to the right employers, and also for you to have experiential learning opportunities where you have projects, industry use cases to learn, and then you also identify the skill gaps in you to fit into a specific job role, etc. So this we all know that we can't be learning in silos. We can be putting ourselves in a tight compartment in the name of a branch of engineering, but the skills, especially in digital technologies, the skills expected are very multidisciplinary, and it cuts across the boundaries of the branches or the domains which you study. So this applies to the streams of engineering and also for the new generation technologies. And it will be very surprising to see that some of them you may be thinking as horizontal skills, but sometimes they can be some vertical capability. You can have any kind of mixing and matching of these micro skills and be ready for any kind of jobs that may come in the future, and that is where we are. So my request to the student community and the faculty members will be to make maximum use of this platform that is offered to us by GTech, and be aware of the capabilities that this framework is bringing in. It is not only that we learn skills and prepare ourselves for a job, but it is much more than that. It is exposing to the capabilities of the digital framework that can that can bring in, and the value add that it can give to the hiring, the new business models and everything. The students should also be open to the architecture of such a framework itself, so that they get to know what are all possible with these kind of skills that we get. I thank GTech once again, and also all the people who are being part of it, the CEOs, the leadership team of GTech, and everyone. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. So, we are also excited that a very good support getting from different colleges. There are also enablers from different colleges that is in the platform. And it is not a short-term thing; it is a long-term thing, and we expect an organic growth of participation from students in the platform.
Okay.
And now I would like to welcome Sri Sunil Jose, he's our chairman of GTech and vice president and DC head of Infosys. So I'm adding him. So he'll be giving the keynote address. Sunil?
Yeah. Thank you, Deepu, and good afternoon, Dr. Rajashree, my fellow GTech members, students, and the faculty. It's been a great, happy occasion for us because we have been talking about collaborating with the academia in many forms in the last several years. And thanks to Deepu and rest of our members who have spent a lot of time to build this platform, I think we are very close to realizing what we wanted to achieve. Because we have always felt that a lot of students within the state are not getting the required support or required background in terms of making sure that they are industry ready, and that is always a concern we kept on seeing, and that's where our academic focus group has been looking into various means and methods. We've been doing in the past a lot of seminars, a lot of even sessions with students, but I think they were not enough. As Dr. Rajashree was saying, a lot of it has become very multidisciplinary today. The expectation from individuals have increased because of the way the digital way and the agile way of doing things. I think the expectations has increased, that people are expected to be knowing things the day when they start on a project, etc. So that is where some of this what we have built today will come in handy. But we believe that the platform, with all the support we are able to bring in from our fellow members, will be very live. It will be very live with active projects. It will be very live with real projects where students will get an opportunity to work along, learn from the architects and the experts from the industry, and hence we believe that it's a new beginning. So it's really a new beginning for all of us to start being able to enable the students from Kerala in a much better fashion, and we are doing it as a more of a service, because we don't necessarily look at them, all of us joining our member companies, but we wanted to see that make sure that the students get the right forum and right platform to learn and move forward. So my request to students and faculty is to encourage students to come onto this platform. We have also actually made it very gamification and very interesting to students. We will assure you that we will be getting very interesting and real-time projects, so that the learning has been going to be very real and good. So once again, congratulations for the team who have built it. Thank you, KTU, for bringing the students and the colleges onto this platform. I look forward to this as a very continued long-term journey. We will see how and make progress as we go, and step by step. And eventually, I'm sure this platform will really help everybody, both the students as well as industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunil. Now I would like to welcome Sri Binu Jacob, Secretary of GTech and MD of Experience Technologies, to give his address.
Yeah, thank you, Deepu. Good afternoon, everyone, and Dr. Rajashree, the faculty, all the members, Sunil, and Gen Skill team, and students. So, first of all, I was actually very excited to excited about the whole concept when Deepu presented this in the GTech forum, because the reason is primarily, if you look at, let me address it from one angle, which is very important for companies. I'm sure for the faculty, this will be a different, or colleges, it will be a different aspect. But for companies, it is a gamble when one has to start hiring people. In the sense, there is a lot of intense activity going and hiring people. You got to really run after many colleges. Now, and then together with that, while we were discussing this, Corona happened. So there was a lot of gloom and glut around the Corona situation. So actually looking at both these, the general realization was every industry would suffer. And we already know that tourism and all these industries are suffering. But over a period of few months, we came to realize that digital is going to prevail, and IT industry was doing well. So, and this was the same time when Deepu was proposing this. So I think from an industry standpoint, when we look at hiring, this tool brings in the true industry academia framework. Because in the past, when academy was wanting to collaborate with the industry would do it for namesake, because they will still anyway have to go and hire and then train and all of that. But that was and on the other side, industry always felt that the academy is a little behind in terms of syllabus and so on. Now here we have this platform which actually can help identify the right students while they are in college. You get to actually see them perform during the course, and industry on their side actually can see how what kind of projects can be run, and who are those guys who actually will fit in their scheme of things, or in their particular environment. So I think from that context, I would say that the students are building their CV on the fly while they are going to work on this platform. So I think that is the relevance of this product. And especially, we also see a different angle. We also see a social angle to it, because when every other industry is suffering, if we can actually skill up the students who are actually being part of this and create more employability. So there's a lot of social angle to it, because and that is how we can actually support the local economy. And I think this tool, if it takes off or gets consumed well, then definitely there is a lot of change that Kerala can show to the world. So I think that is the real relevance. And I request both the industry and the university as such. I think university should take the lead. And if the university actually can push colleges and get interacting with the industry to get everybody, as many people as possible, to get on this platform, then definitely we have a significant advantage in Kerala using this platform. And I wish everyone the very best, and thanks to Deepu and team for bringing this, and Gen Skills to bring in the content. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod. Yeah. And now I would like to welcome Dinesh Thambi. He is our Vice Chairman of GTech, Vice President DC head at TCS, and an active contributor of Academia Focus Group. He is leading the faculty development stream of ATFG. Welcome, Dinesh.
Yeah, thanks, Deepu. Thank you. Good afternoon, Rajshri ma'am, my GTech leadership team, Deepu, the chairman and convener of the ATFG for GTech, dear students and the faculty members, and the Gen Skill team. I think it's like a great, from a timing perspective, if you ask me, I think this is a great timing where this particular platform is launched or getting launched with the courses from Gen Skill. And it's like an amazing example of an industry academia collaboration with the full support from KTU led by Rajshri ma'am, and from the industry side from the Academy and Technology Focus Group led by Deepu. So it's like a great platform, and it's like the launch, and let us take it as a real launch of all the programs. And I'm sure it will immensely benefit like the students and also the faculty who are supporting them. And as earlier mentioned by the earlier speakers, this will become like, because especially with the current scenario and the way in which the technology was moving itself was fast and a much faster pace. And in fact, on top of this, COVID pandemic had created an accelerated pace on top of it. So, and this, whatever the pandemic situation has created, it has created a substantial change. And education is one of areas everybody is looking for, like working on or getting knowledge and learn on virtual platform. This is, I think, is really great. Sitting anywhere across the state or wherever you are, in whichever college you're studying, and like the platform, understand the newer technologies, especially the forward-looking technology, which is again collapsing very fast. But I know there are like basic foundation needs to be done, which I think the Gen skill good and for whatever the C programming and Java and all those skills. So that will give a good launchpad for the students to get into a newer technologies, diversify their knowledge, and like pick up whichever may be the topic or the domain in which they want to work in. So it's a great initiative, and congratulations to Deepu and the team for putting together the platform. And now with the, I know it will grow greater heights. And also everybody keep in mind there are a lot of demands, especially in the newer technologies and the newer skills, and that much accelerated pace what we, and true to it, there is also the, like, in fact, even the organizations, the number of learning days by every employee is becoming much higher. That is the pace in which, even if you are already employed, the skill is or the technology is moving, and you have to upskill yourself. So for the dear students, I think it will be a platform, and definitely it will immensely benefit them. And I would urge all of you to take use of it and leverage whatever the possibilities and opportunities from this platform. Wishing all students the very best, and congratulations once again to the and the team for putting such a platform together. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. And like with immense pleasure, I would like to invite the Gen Skills team. Actually, most of the times, like the students are very curious to learn and they have that spirit. Learning program fundamentals from the right resources is very important for them to understand it properly and build that passion towards program. And most of the times we to bring in industry expertise while, and that is where Gen Skills come. Mr. Naufal Ibrahim, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the top contributors in Stack Overflow, and they are one of the best open source evangelists in our state. So I would like to invite Asif as well as Naufal Ibrahim to address the gathering. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Deepu. So I'll get started. My name is Asif, and I think Naufal is also coming on the screen, even though I can't see him here. So good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the distinguished guests in taking their time to attend this inauguration, and also the launch of Gen Skills' first ever online training program for freshers. And I'm very happy to report that we have more than 7,000 registrations from so many different colleges that Gen Skill is involved with, and also a lot of registrations from GTech. I want to briefly describe what Gen Skill is, the vision for our company, and what it is. I'm sharing a couple of steps so that people are clear on what we are doing. So Gen Skill started with a vision of building a generation of skilled engineers. And this was started in 2019 as an EdTech startup out of Calicut. Naufal and I, both of us, have gone through the Indian engineering education system, and we both graduated from NIT Calicut in 2001. We had spent almost 20 years working in the industry, and the problem of skill gap was something we personally had when we graduated 2 decades ago. Naufal, having his experience in corporate training and also mentoring more than 50 students personally since 2013, we found the problem to be valid even now. We started Gen Skill, and as of now, we have more than 15 colleges of KTU and also various tier 1 engineering colleges of the country, close to 40,000 students, and 450 companies using our platform. Gen Skill is trying to address the skill gap problem in engineering. This is a well-known problem, media, politicians, industry experts, and everyone talks about it. And to summarize, more than 90% of the students coming out of the Indian educational system do not have necessary and relevant skills that the industry can use. In fact, our educational system has been about clearing exams rather than learning. This creates a lot of overhead for the industry to train the students in necessary skills, and most of the students ending up in jobs that they have no clue about. We built the GenSkill technology platform to bring all the three stakeholders, companies, colleges, and students. The students have a mobile app that they can use for preparing for jobs, learning relevant skills, and finding jobs that they are interested in. It has been built with a lot of love and care to encourage learning through gamification and offering rewards. Colleges have a web-based application that they can use to monitor the student learning progress with respect to industry relevant skills and intervene when needed. Similarly, the companies can identify and hire talent students and also engage with them even while those students are in college. So this is the overall vision for the GenSkill platform. Before I close, students can access training modules that help them with their entire job prep. We have curated more than 5,000 plus question papers from the major recruiters of the country, which is available on the app. And we also have both recorded and live courses that the students can access during the course of their engineering education. Our well-structured pedagogy can help students learn the necessary skills and companies to recruit these skilled engineers through GenSkill platform. We are very excited by the launch of this program, and we have partnered with GTech, who has been doing a lot of work in addressing the needs of students. We very much appreciate the support from Dr. Rajashree Madam of KTU, and also want to thank Sri Sunil Jo, Sri Dinesh Tampi, Sri Binu Jeka, and also for our close friend Deepu for the opportunity. I request Naufal to go over the curriculum that GenSkill is offering as part of this training program. Over to you, Naufal. Thank you.
Thank you, Asif. Hello, everyone. I think Asif has covered the genesis of GenSkill and what we intend to do for the overall skill gap problem in Kerala first, in India worldwide. I'm going to talk very briefly about the syllabus and the content which we are actually providing as part of this collaboration with GTech's mLearn. Basically, we are providing two separate courses, one for the first, second, and third years. Okay, this is going to be a fundamentals of programming course using C as the programming language, because that is the programming language that students are going to use for the KTU syllabus. We will start in the first section. It's divided into three sections where we basically first teach programming basics using some basic concepts of how to think algorithmically, how to think logically, and we use Scratch as the programming language to introduce these concepts. Then we dive straight into C. We teach basic C programming using a bunch of libraries which actually make it easy to gradually get introduced into C. And then after that, we switch gears and go to advanced C, where people learn more advanced concepts and are able to actually solve problems which are put to them. And this will facilitate their knowledge of programming as well as them being able to score well in their first year KTU examinations. For the final years, people who are going to be in the job market very soon, we have devised a full stack bootcamp. Okay, and the idea here is to actually equip smart freshers with the necessary meta skills to become effective contributors on day one itself. As the other dignitaries mentioned, it's very hard to find people who know how to learn, okay, and who can actually contribute on day one. That's what this course intends to provide. We will first be discussing basic ideas like conceptual basics, like how about networking and things like that. After that, we'll discuss tools which every programmer needs to actually master, but which is neglected by many people, such as version control, proficiency with the command line, things like that. We use Python as the medium of instruction. I'm not saying we teach Python. We use Python as the medium of instruction for the backend. We teach SQL, and we use JavaScript to teach the front end. After all this, we teach the students how to actually deploy this application onto the live internet and considerations over there. We also do one guided project and one self project for people to become proficient with this. This curriculum is based on the successful Lyceum mentoring program, which was an early version of the GenSkill program that was conducted in live classes with over 50 students from diverse backgrounds were trained and successfully placed using that. The current Gen Skill engineering cohort is also from this batch. Right? And we were also, the pedagogy involves live lectures, short quizzes, office hours on Discord for audio chats, automated evaluations, and presenting time for students, as well as screening and interview scheduling. Okay, so that we filter good students. For the companies, as far as the hiring funnel is concerned, we increase the input quantity, more students, and the input quality, higher quality of students upfront. Okay, GenSkill does both of this. We want to expand our partnership with more companies, the first of which is the GTech group, which we are very grateful for. We want to expand our syllabus to include more and more technologies, and we want to increase the intake of students as well. Okay, and finally, we aim to solve the skill gap using this. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Naufal. This is just a beginning. There is a long way to go, and slowly we actually want to build a cultural shift, and it takes time. But people like Naufal adds much value to the ecosystem, and this is part of the support network that we provide students, and more mentors from the industry will be part of this, and more sessions will be held in future. So, and I would like to thank everyone for being part of this and all the viewers who are watching it live. Vishnu, I think we can formally conclude the session. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks,
you.
Deepu. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So I think Arun Alex from KTU is here. So I would like to provide an opportunity to Arun Alex for closing this ceremony. So,
yeah.
So thank you. So thank you. Good evening, one and all. So thank you very much, Vishnu, for this opportunity. Let me before officially giving the thank you note, let me first thank GTech for this wonderful opportunity being given to us, to KTU students and faculty members. So students not being industry ready is always a regular discussion every year, which we see in newspaper with statistics and the issues concerned. So I think here today we are very grateful to GTech in helping us identify a sustainable solution to this challenge. So let me first of all take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rajeshri Ma'am, for initiating discussions with various stakeholders and providing me and my team the approval for initiating discussions with various industry groups and companies to identify how we can join hands with industry in solving this employment issue, especially for freshers who graduate out of our colleges. Let me also thank Dr. Rajeshri Ma'am for initiating a lot of activities and initiatives in this regard. So I would also like to mention in brief that Kerala Technology University is also working with several government departments in helping them solve their business challenges through our network of engineering colleges. So we are currently working with Kerala State IT Mission for a mapathon project for mapping various government entities across the state of Kerala, as well as we are also working with Kerala Irrigation and Industrial Development Corporation for designing a community-based micro irrigation system, which is a very huge project, which is also being taken up by our engineering colleges. Both these projects are have formally been launched a couple of weeks back, and it is in progress. And I'm sure that we will have a very good portfolio of such projects in the next couple of months. So I would also like to request GTech to go one step forward and using this platform, provide faculty members an opportunity to solve various business challenges that you encounter in various projects. So with that, I would also like to let me also express my sincere thanks to Shri Sunil Jo sir, Chairman GTech and Associate Vice President DC, Head Infosys. Thank you very much, Sunil Jo sir, for your leadership, for your support, and for reaching out to KTU for these activities. Shri Binu Jacob, Secretary GTech and MD Experion Technologies, as you have rightly pointed out, this is going to bring in a very huge change in the way companies hire, in giving an opportunity for students from very rural area and rural colleges equal chance to apply for exciting opportunities and showcase their talents to companies. And let me also express my sincere thanks to Shri Dinesh P. Thampi, Vice Chairman GTech and Vice President DC Head TCS, for all your initiatives in this regard, and providing our students this opportunity to be part of this journey in creating amazing opportunities for our students in companies in Kerala. And let me also thank Shri Deepu S. Nath, Convener GTech, ATFG and MD Fire Innovation for always being available to us and supporting us and reaching out to us for with a lot of opportunities at various points of time. Thank you very much, Mr. Deepu, and Mr. Naufal for thank you very much for giving a complete overview about the wonderful platform, and we look forward to a lot of students taking initiative to benefit from this, and Mr. Asif for again giving us this chance for our students to utilize this platform and make themselves employment ready. And let me also thank Mr. Deepu and his team at GTech, especially Mr. Vishnu, for all the support that you have been extending to Kerala Technology University and our students. And I would also request GTech that from the university side, we would be able to definitely inform colleges, faculty members and students, but we also need to, it is always better that we have a sustainable model where students who prove their credentials, prove their skill sets through this platform, are provided some opportunities for internship, for projects or placements in the member companies of GTech, so that this helps create a cultural shift in the mindset of our students, as Mr. Deepu has mentioned. So with this, thank you all, and thank you once again. And over to you, Vishnu.
So thank you, Arun, for these insightful thoughts. And so, Deepu, I think we can actually wind up the session. So I hope the first course will be starting today itself, right? Yeah.
Yes. We will be starting the course today. And as Alex said, we have a huge demand right now from the industry side for selecting students from this platform. So of course you will be seeing the results soon. Yeah. Okay, and mostly there are two things. One is regarding the internship opportunities as well as the placement. Placement is for the students who are passed out, right? So they are not in the platform, but we will let the placement officers know about the opportunities. And for the final year internship programs and those type of things, that is, we will have their plan on that also. And also Gen Skills platform, like if the students are having that, we will also send them notifications on those type of opportunities directly to the students also. And thank you all.